May 1st, came 20 miles over a splendid portion of country. I rode on horseback all the afternoon and got so far ahead that the team stopped for the night 2 miles from the house where I had halted to wait for them. I had the pleasure of going back that distance in a hurry. Camped in the open prairie where the grass is rather poor. May 3rd, the weather is much colder than we've had for a week past. The heavy clouds, loud thunder and oft-repeated lightning portends approaching rain. Camped in a little point of scrubby timber with the prairie almost all around us. We are within 11 miles of St. Joseph's. May 4th, came within 6 miles of St. Joe. We halted until some of our company who had gone ahead to see if it were practical for us to get into town on account of the great rush of emigration, returned and advised us to move on. May 5th, rained very hard last night, and our camp and everything around it looked this morning as if it were just ready to swim off. In consequence of this, we concluded to move on to town, and we are camped within half a mile of the main body of St. Joe. All are busy packing and cooking provisions which reached us safely at St. Joe, having been sent that far by water. May 6th, Mr. Chamberlain, a young gentleman belonging to our company, has been complaining considerably for several days. Yesterday, we moved him to a house just opposite to us, as he was much worse. Had a physician sent for, who pronounced his disease to be pneumonia and lung fever. We intend to remain here for some days, until we see how his disease will terminate. May 7th and 8th, Mr. Chamberlain is very ill, and we will be obliged to cross the river next Monday and leave him if he gets no better. He is staying at a private house where he receives the kindest attentions, and some of our company watches with him constantly. It will be a hard trial for us and him to leave him behind, but it is the only way for us to do. We should have been on the plains by the 1st of May at the farthest. May 9th, Sabbath day has come once more. With it have come sad and melancholy feelings for us all, at the thought of leaving one of our company behind us sick, perhaps never to see his face again. We intend to cross the Missouri in the morning and have made preparations accordingly. May 10th, crossed the river without any difficulty. Left our sick man somewhat better this morning, and 2 of our company remained with him, with the intention of staying until he gets either better or worse. Then they will overtake us on horseback. Moved on 6 miles to a place where a company of 5 men who are old acquaintances have been waiting for 2 weeks for us to join them. My sister and I ascended to the summit of a hill, and with the aid of a spyglass took a farewell view of St. Joe and the United States. May 12th. I found the roads very good today. Grass is plenty everywhere we have been since we crossed the river. We have passed 7 new graves today. Past a place where some folks were busied consigning to its last resting place the remains of a young man who had died with the measles. The family had emigrated from Pennsylvania, had lost 3 of their company in St. Joe. With a wish to overcome every obstacle, they determined to push ahead. little knowing that the extent of their ambition would be to come this far on their journey, only to lay the remains of a son in the ocean-like and seemingly boundless plains. They have become entirely discouraged, and when we left them, they were making preparations to go back to the home of their nativity. May 14th. The country, as we pass along, looks more and more level, and the plains certainly wear a charm which I little expected to see. The weather is fine, which aids them in wearing a brilliancy which certainly cannot be surpassed in any country or in any prairie. We roll along over level roads for most of the time, and those who are walking or on horseback, by going off the main road a little, can see a sight which looks fit for angels to admire. The little hollows, which at a short distance from the road we can see at almost any time, are generally filled with flowers, which are almost sufficient to perfectly enchant the mind of every lover of nature.